Hello, everyone. Darcinovia here once again, and this is my review on another Peter David Star Trek novel. Now, I've reviewed his other book works before, such as Vendetta and Asadi, and well, Peter David doesn't disappoint when it comes to his Star Trek stories. Like, even though I've read only three, I've pretty much enjoyed, every single one I have read so far. When I think of Q Square, though, the latest one that I've read. Well, I think this story is a lot of fun. Anything that involves Q in the next generation, even in some of the terrible episodes in season one and honestly, and one of the ones in season five, I enjoy anything that basically has Q because I think Q is one of my favorite characters. I think the actor that plays him is great. It's a lot of fun. Every time he's ever featured, chaos, happens, and this is no exception. Now, considering the fact that there's no way they could have gotten the actor Terrain to come in the next generation, I feel like this gave the character Terrain a second chance to basically be the character that he could have been had not times been different, because I have to be honest, I didn't really particularly care for his character in the original series, and honestly I feel like this novel does a lot more with him, and he kind of is a better character, and honestly in this novel than he is in the episode. Now, the way this novel's structured is not your typical Star Trek novel. You have a track and a B track, which are basically alternate. They're just two timelines. One is in a timeline where Jean-Luc Picard is not captain of the Enterprise. It's Jack Crusher, his friend. And then the track B is essentially the main timeline, and in this it essentially takes place after you know one of the episodes in season 7. So this novel takes place towards the end of the series. And then you have track C, which takes place in the Yesterday's Enterprise universe, but it's in a timeline where they never save the crew of the Enterprise C. So you have essentially three different you know versions of characters. It's very chaotic, at least towards the end of the book, because it was if the guy didn't write it a certain way, I wouldn't be able to tell who's who. It was really, kind of hilarious. Some of the scenes with three datas, which was like, oh god, this is. I wanted more of these. It and not to mention having characters encounter each other from alternate universes, like that warp being shot at by two different timelines because of a Cleon being in Starfleet. Riker, from one timeline killing another Riker from another. Worf killing a Picard. It's like, holy crap, things were really chaotic. And honestly, the fact that the universe almost comes to an end because of Terrain is just holy crap. This novel was a lot of fun. Honestly, it really was. It really was. I mean, I enjoyed every single moment. I couldn't put it down, honestly. In fact, I finished most of this novel in a single day. That's just how much I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy this book. I think any story that involves Q in Star Trek, I enjoy genuinely, even if they're not as good as others. And honestly, if you are a fan of the Q character and you like anything that involves Q, I think you would like this book. Just don't expect him to be a main character. I think this novel just demonstrates that Peter David is great when it comes to Star Trek writing, and his stories are a lot of fun, and I cannot recommend this book enough. Q Squad is a classic rating in my opinion. In fact, it's one of my favorite books. I know I've said that already with the Millennium Trilogy, but uh, of the Peter David books, this is probably my favorite, just because how out there it is, and just how crazy things really get with Q. I mean, I really did enjoy this book. I recommend it. This is easy to find. Next time, I don't know what am I going to review. I'll just surprise you. See you guys next time with another video. May we all live long and prosper. Thank you.